people on here that talk to Jimmy that outside of here. I don't know who all he talks to. I know I put him in touch with a couple of people, and then there's people on here that he had talked to. So I didn't. Maybe it's not his family ain't never going to say it. His family don't get on YouTube. And maybe it's not my place to say it either. I just know that if I knew of him, that I would want to know. So I just figured, you know what, it's been a long day, and I wanted to just come on here and say it. If somebody cares, then now they know, and if they didn't care, then it doesn't matter really. But it looks like everybody on here already knows. But Jimmy Merchant, angry fishing, killed himself this morning. There have been some issues recently. Not that he'll probably lose you for just a second. If I do, I'll be right back. He called me the day before yesterday. This started about, I don't know, a month ago. He caught some cases involving drugs, guns, and all kinds of shit. Which it wasn't that bad. I kept trying to tell him that, this ain't as bad as you think it is. You look through it, you look back 5 years from now, laugh about it, and whatever. The drug addict's mentality, the drug addict's fix for everything is another high. So he gets drunk, he says and does some things he probably shouldn't have said or done. The police get called. He goes to jail for terroristic threats. Wife, it's like I tried to explain to him, your wife is not like my wife. My wife has been around while I've lived the life, and she's seen me live the life. You have a family that is what the average normal family society would be. You just happen to be a part of it, so you can't exactly be mad at them for what they did. But so TPOs were involved. Jimmy's kicked out of the house over all this, and his wife had enough at that point and put her foot down, and because they had offered, they tried to get Jimmy help. I talked to Jimmy's wife within days after him being arrested over the drug case, and I'm like, look, here's what you guys need to do: get him into a rehab program. And of course, the drug mentality is that I take Valiums, I'm not giving up my Valiums, I'm not giving up my weed, I'm not going because of if I can't smoke weed and eat Valiums, then I'm not going. Which then led into the night of drunkenness, which led into the protective orders, which led into the not being able to go home and not having a penny to his name. So anyway, long story short, over the past few weeks I've talked to Jimmy. I've been trying to get him to get into a rehab program, to take whatever steps. 3 days ago he was going to rehab. Everything was fine. Something changed overnight, and he called me the 26th and said he was going to kill himself. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, that's not, I understand that you think all this is, so much that you're not going to make it. I promise you that you are, without, you can't talk about people not caring about him. Like, people not wanting to respond to him and all this other shit. Like, what about the people that do care about you, man? Like, I won't be on the phone with you if I didn't care about you. That was on the 26th. I got a call from a customer, a whole bunch of stuff was said though between me and him that it's nobody's really business what was said. I wish I down looking back now, which hindsight's 2020, right? I wish I'd have just got my truck then and drove to Texas. I mean, normally when people tell you they're going to kill themselves, they're not serious about it in any way. And I didn't really think he was 100% serious about it. Not that that matters. But he had a lot of health issues and shit too. He was dealing with, and this morning I text the number. So his phone, I guess the cops took his phone as evidence back with a note case. I guess I don't know, but I text this morning and the number that I had to get a hold of him. I have no clue who the number is. I don't, I didn't know if it was a female, a girlfriend. What I just didn't know. But I texted and I said, "Hey fucker, how you doing?" Just something that I say to everybody. And somebody answered me back. I just figured it was a female because of the way that she worded things. She said Jimmy's sleeping. He went to his house yesterday with the cops and was able to get his. I think she said she was able to get his eyeglasses or something, but Wendy wouldn't give him any money. She took all the money out of the bank accounts too. I don't know. And I was doing something for a few hours today. I don't remember what now. It's been a long day. But when I got home, I sat down and started going through my text and answering customers' text messages. And I get to the one where it's, that number for Jimmy. It says Jimmy shot himself. When somebody, like, you get a text like that, like, I already knew, but, like, I still want to know. So I called him. She's like, yeah, he said that he was in my recliner and he put a blanket over his head and he killed himself. I don't even know what to say about it, in all honesty. It really bothers me, though. In a lot of ways, it bothers me that the entire start of it was the drug thing, right? The way he got caught with the drugs was Jimmy's a diabetic, so he's like a severe diabetic. I'm gonna let you guys walk in here. He's like a severe diabetic, so he'll be walking down walking around his fucking house and fall over or something. I don't know, but he for some reason stopped his bike. He said his neck was hurting him real bad. He stopped his bike and laid down next to the bike. Somehow the cops wind up showing up and doing all the shit they do. And they wind up finding the drugs and the guns and shit on him. And that was the start of it all. And then I mean, I never knew. I didn't know that I didn't know he did any kind of drugs. I honestly didn't. I had no clue whatsoever um, until all this shit happened, man. But like, I mean, it's crazy how in a month how the dude can be living his life with his wife and his kid, and now he's just fucking gone. You know. And then to do it the way he did it, I don't know. But I'll probably just leave this up just because I'm sure there's some people that talk to him on here that would at least want to know. Um, so I mean, that's what happened to Jimmy. It's Jimmy's story.